Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Denise Richards' family feared her Special Forces adventure. RAOBH alum, Denise Richards admits that her family feared for her Special Forces adventure. She joined the Season 3 cast, but not everyone in her life was supportive of her journey. So, what were they so scared of? Keep reading for more details. It is not a novel idea for Denise Richards to be on reality television. She had her own reality series from 2008 to 2009 on E!, which followed her journey as a single parent. Denise's father moved in with her and her two daughters, Sami and Lola. She then joined the cast of the RHOBH in Season 9 and was very chill her first year. Her wedding to Aaron Vipers was even documented, and she shared what it was like to raise a child with special needs. More so, she opened up about being a working mother and having Charlie Sheen as her ex. Then, in Season 10, her husband was far more controlling and she watched what she said. It appeared Denise censored herself, and then it emerged she and Brandi Glanville were intimate. That became a huge storyline and led to her exit. She has made a few appearances since, but they were not the best as she was called out for being intoxicated. Now, she has a new reality series set for 2025 plus. She is part of the new cast of Special Forces, World's Toughest Test. However, it seems her family was not thrilled when she joined the show. According to People, Denise Richards' daughters were unhappy that she was a part of the show. My daughters were very upset. They did not want me to do it. They were afraid I was going to get hurt or get killed, and they were actually really angry. It was the first time of all the times I've done different projects or traveled, they were very upset with me. She has 3 daughters, Sami, 20, Lola, 19, and Alois, 13, who tried to get her not to participate. Clearly, she did not listen to them and did whatever she wanted. However, it was important for Denise to give it a go given the fact that she is not athletic and had no idea who she might be up against. I thought, this is the most challenging thing I'll ever do, and why not do it? I was terrified, but once I made the commitment to do it, I was there. Special Forces fans are excited for Season 3 and to see what Denise Richards will bring to the show. You're an underrated gem in Hollywood. Dr. Christmas Jones back in action. Respect for your commitment and guts. There are stars from The Bachelorette and athletes by Denise's side. Trista Sutter's marriage was even in question when she went missing to go on the show, but it will all be worth it when they put themselves to the ultimate test. Hopefully, Denise's daughters learn from their mother and are proud of her at the end of it all. Are you excited to watch Denise on Special Forces, and do you think she will make it to the end? Let us know and watch it when it premieres January 8th on FOX. Denise Richards is known for her glamorous career in Hollywood, as well as her family-oriented life. However, when the actress and former Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star decided to participate in the intense reality competition show Special Forces, World's Toughest Test, her family's concerns became a focal point. For them, the idea of Denise undergoing a grueling adventure that pushes human limits was filled with anxiety, uncertainty, and fear. In their eyes, this was no ordinary challenge. It was a dangerous risk that might change her life forever. From the moment Denise announced her participation in Special Forces, World's Toughest Test, her loved ones, including her husband, children, and close friends, expressed deep reservations. The show's premise is nothing short of extreme. Contestants are thrown into a variety of physically and mentally demanding military-style tasks designed to test their endurance, strength, and willpower. While some are drawn to the idea of seeing themselves in this kind of adversity, others, like Denise's family, saw only the potential for harm. Her decision to take on the show was met with questions and worries. Her children, in particular, were especially vocal about their fears. Denise shares 2 daughters, Sam and Lola, with ex-husband Charlie Sheen, as well as a younger daughter, Eloise, whom she adopted. While all three children are used to seeing their mother in the public eye, Special Forces was a step into uncharted waters. The nature of the competition was a far cry from her usual glamorous roles, where she was adored for her beauty and charm. This was a show that put every contestant through rigorous mental and physical stress, sometimes pushing them to the brink of exhaustion. Sam, the oldest of Denise's daughters, was particularly worried about her mother's safety. As someone who grew up in the public spotlight, Sam had witnessed firsthand the toll that fame, media scrutiny, and the pressures of being a celebrity can take on a person. To her, the idea of Denise, who is in her early 50s, subjecting herself to the brutal demands of military training seemed reckless. Sam expressed her concern for Denise's well-being, knowing that the challenges on Special Forces could be incredibly dangerous and that one wrong move could lead to serious injury. Lola, who is a few years younger than Sam, shared similar apprehension. Growing up with a mother who juggled both acting roles and a highly public personal life, Lola had always been protective of Denise. She feared that the physically demanding tasks, such as jumping out of helicopters, crawling through mud, and engaging in intense combat training, could be too much for someone of her mother's age. While Lola knew that Denise was tough, she was uncertain whether it was worth putting herself through such hardship, given the potential long-term consequences. Eloise, Denise's youngest daughter, was also frightened by the idea. As a young child, Eloise looked to her mother as a protector, and the thought of her mother putting herself in harm's way for the sake of a television show felt wrong. Eloise's fears were centered around the possibility of something happening to Denise that would leave her injured or unable to care for her. Denise's husband, Aaron Fipers, whom she married in 2018, was equally concerned. Aaron is a former chiropractor who now works in the health and wellness field. He's no stranger to understanding how the body works and the risks that come with intense physical exertion. His primary worry was the toll that the show's extreme physical challenges would take on Denise's body. Even though Denise is in incredible shape, the mental and physical stress involved in the Special Forces competition could push her beyond her limits. Aaron feared that the show could result in long-term damage, especially considering that Denise wasn't exactly a trained athlete in this type of environment. Although her family feared for her safety, Denise had her reasons for taking on the challenge. She had spent much of her career in front of the cameras, playing characters in movies and television shows, but she had never faced a challenge like this. The allure of pushing herself to the edge and proving her resilience was something Denise felt she needed to do for herself. She wanted to show her family and the world that she was more than just a pretty face or a celebrity who had it easy. She wanted to prove that she could withstand the toughest tests, both mentally and physically. Denise's participation in the show was also a way to redefine her public persona. Throughout her career, she had often been labeled in ways that felt limiting. As a model, actress, and television personality, she had been typecast into certain roles. On Special Forces, she had the chance to break away from that mold and demonstrate that she had the grit and determination to take on something far more intense than anything she had done before. While their family might have feared for her safety, they also understood that Denise's decision was one driven by her own desire to conquer a new challenge. They knew she was always looking for ways to grow and evolve. However, no matter how much they tried to support her, their worries were hard to shake. They couldn't help but wonder how she would cope with the exhaustion, the fear, and the physical toll that would inevitably come from taking on a challenge of this magnitude. Throughout the show, Denise's family kept close tabs on her progress. They tuned in to see how she handled the extreme tests and whether she could withstand the mental and emotional strains that came with each mission. It wasn't easy for them to watch, especially when Denise was pushed to the edge and found herself in moments of doubt. Her children would text or call her with words of encouragement, reminding her that they were rooting for her, despite their worries.